Have you talked to Kor? Seems his little wolf girl has run off. Will you see if you can help? Someone should go look for her before anything... well, you know.
I don't suppose you have a little wolf trailing behind you? No? Seems Hildegard has gone missing again. If she seeks to abandon the Brotherhood, she'll have to be put down. I suppose I can give her a little more time before I write up the contract.
Where has that girl gotten to this time? Ah, friend. Am I glad to see you? It's Hildegard. She never came back after she went to say a prayer for Tannic. I think I could use your help. After Tannic was injured during the Grand Sermonizer incident, Hilda went to pray for him, and I haven't seen her since. No one has. It's not like Hilda to just disappear without saying a word to me or Astara. She loves temples, but the trouble in Kvetch has made her avoid the big cathedral. Lately, she's been visiting the great chapel of Debella in Anvil. I think the ritual will soothe her. Will you come to Anvil and help me find Hildegard? I'll meet you at the chapel in Anvil. Hopefully we'll find Hilda curled up and sleeping under Debella's statue. Just be careful when you get to the city. The Pirate Queen hates the Brotherhood almost as much as the Sermonizers do. She likes to commune with the divines and with nature. And she takes on contracts like the rest of us. So it's not that unusual for her to be away from the sanctuary. But with the recent attacks against us, I can't help but imagine the worst. I hope she's all right. But who knows what to think when the world turns upside down? Someone's been murdering the murderers. If Hildegard's been hurt, or worse, I don't know what I'll do. What are you implying, Initiate? Hilda is like a sister to me. Ever since I found her, I've been trying to help her come to grips with her situation. She may be a werewolf, but she's a good person. The Brotherhood is lucky to have her. Why is that so hard to believe? She's an excellent tracker and a ruthless killer in werewolf form. Sometimes she brings back body parts she's still gnawing on, but who hasn't gotten lost in the moment a time or two? And I always clean up the mess. The Pirate Queen hates everything she can't control. The Count of Kvetch, the Primate, us. She wants to rule the entire Gold Coast, but we're not willing to just roll over and give in to her demands. We're independent, and we like it that way. Hilda's not here. Let's ask around and see if any of the worshippers have seen her.
Bask in the holiness of this sacred place, and let your troubles fade away. I have seen many such women in this city. I heard the governor wore one at a recent appearance, and now the custom has become a sort of fashion statement. Sorry I cannot be of more assistance to you, Wayfarer.
Now I've lost my train of thought. Well, since you've already interrupted the writing process, what can I do for you? A Nord? Here? Is that even possible? I have it on good authority that the typical Nord melts in hot temperatures. Come to think of it, I'm surprised I've never met a Nord. One more thing to do before I finish my memoirs, I suppose?
I wonder if I can get a priest to tell me how they keep the fires burning. I hope it's not one of those sacred secrets that they're always going on about. Now that you mention it, I remember a young woman. No, wait. That was a wood elf. Carried around a bouquet of flowers. Talked to them, smelled them. Then she ate them. Really, wood elves are very strange.
My, someone is certainly curious about this Nord girl. I wonder who she could be. Your interest in this young Nord woman has certainly piqued my curiosity. Tell me who she is, and I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a young Nord with a flower in her hair talking to Chanter Nemes over by the Akatosh shrine. I remember because it was so odd. He was whispering in her ear and standing much too close for a man who wasn't her father or her lover. Oh, believe me, I tried. When they were finished, the poor young woman had tears streaming down her face. She ran out of the chapel as the chanter looked on. He had a self-satisfied smile on his face. Do you think he said something improper? No, of course not. A man as pious as Chanter Nemes would never do anything untoward with a young Nord woman. I mean, even the rumor of such an event would be scandalous. Don't worry, though. I won't say a word about your friend and the Chanter.
Troll's blood! Can these people gossip? They're worse than the Rat Master's informants, and he pays them to dredge up secrets. Hilda was here, but no one can say where she went or when. Tell me you had better luck, Initiate. A chanter spoke with Hilda? That's not what I wanted to hear. Understand, Hilda isn't like us. She grew up in the wild. The idea of being civilized is really new to her. And she still feels guilty about the wolf that's inside her. It certainly sounds that way to me. It doesn't take much to turn her guilt about what she's done as a wolf into self-loathing. I'm constantly trying to get her to change her feelings on the matter, but her beliefs run deep. Back to where it all began. Back to Skyrim. I'll check at the docks to see if she's tried to secure passage on a ship. You go talk to the caravan master. Hopefully one of us will discover which route she took to go back to where the wolf was born.
Oh, my sweet love, she waits for me through storm and shine, across land or sea. I run to her and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Her graceful shape I heave up high, and in one hand I hold her nigh. Her waiting lips are never dry. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Come the morn she goes, the taste of her remains, and in my mind I see us sway, sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss.
The next caravan will be ready to leave shortly. If that interests you, find a place nearby to sit for a spell, and I'll call you when we're ready. Well, isn't that interesting? You're the second menacing stranger that's asked me about a Nord who may or may not have fled in tears. Even if I had seen this young woman, why do you think I'd tell you anything? Right. Her family. The way that young woman was crying, you'd think Molag Bal himself was after her. Or someone like you. If I had helped the Nord, and I'm not saying I did, you'd have to do a lot better than that to get me to tell you anything. Sorry. I protect my customers and their secrets. I've got nothing else to say to you.
Caravan Master, please! The young woman with the flower in her hair, she's in terrible danger!
Well, look at you! You must be the brother.
So you did see Hildegard. Please, you need to tell us where she's gotten to.
You're all she talked about other than begging me for transport. She said she was gonna miss you most of all.
Word on the docks was that the Silver Dawn was looking for my sister too. We need to know where she went.
The young woman wanted a ride to the Yarral Mountains. I sent her on the last wagon, but I can take you there if that would help.
We'd appreciate that. Thank you. The news about the Silver Dawn has made me even more concerned about Hilda's safety. We have to hurry! The Silver Dawn are werewolf hunters. Whatever that chanter said to Hilda has made her run back to the wilderness where I found her. And now a hunting party is on her trail. They're going to kill her, Initiate!
Sorry I gave you the runaround, but I was just trying to protect my passenger. Those Silver Dawn ruffians came around asking about her right before you did. I didn't say a word to them either. Just let me know when you're ready to go to Skyrim. Then hop aboard the wagon and let's get going. I'll get you there as fast as I can without throwing a wheel. Well, at least without throwing more than one. If the Silver Dawn hunts your friend, you better be ready for a fight.
Let's split up and look for Hilda. But stay alert. The forest is probably crawling with Silver Dawn hunters.
You dare challenge the Order of the Silver Dawn? I'll tear your head off and mount it on my wall.
Spare me, and I'll tell you where the werewolf is. We tracked her to the south.
Set it ablaze!
It's me, Hilda. Your big brother. Calm down. We're here to help. Remember yourself. Remember who you are. That's good, little sister. Very good. Now breathe. Relax.
I did not mean to cause so much trouble. I never meant to put you or Cor in harm's way. I meant to, but the chanter told me I had to flee. He said my past and my wild nature were going to cause the people I love to come to harm. He said the deaths of our brothers and sisters were my fault, and it was going to get worse if I remained. The chanter sings to the divines. He speaks for Akatosh. I had to tell him things. About me. About the family. It happened before. I was a danger to my wolf clan. Now I am a danger to Kor. To you and the others. You are all better off without me. No! Why would the cantor do that? He told me to return to my old life. To the wilderness. He said I'd be safe. That no one else would get hurt if I left. He promised that Akatosh would show me the way. You really mean that? Even after I abandoned the family? You still want me around? I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. I let my fear allow the chanter to deceive me. That is not going to happen again. Cor and I, we'll handle things. Together.
Looks like you found your friend. And all her limbs are still attached? Are you ready to return to Anvil now? Are you sure? Nothing else you need to accomplish before we head out?
Thank you for saying such kind things to Hilda. I know she's taken your words to heart. You did good, Initiate. I'm glad you're one of us now. I know, and I will. I'm just not eager to see Astara. She won't be pleased when she hears about this. I wish I knew what Chanter Nimbus hoped to accomplish. Someone needs to stick a fork in him and call him done. Anyway, we'll see you back home.
Now that it is all over, I feel like a fool for listening to the chanter. I might have to pay him a visit one of these nights, and even the score. You do that? For me? I thank you. Chanter Nemes tends to the Akatosh shrine in the chapel of Debella. He spends a lot of time in the chapel office when he isn't lying to foolish young women. Make him feel pain before you kill him, all right? I guess you never heard. I grew up different. My parents were Nords, but we followed a different path from most other Nords. We admired the werebeasts, wanted to be like them. We drank their blood. My clan were hunters. We worshipped Hircine. Becoming a werewolf was part of that. It was the way things were done. But I could not control my wolf form. I hurt someone badly. After that, I ran away to save them. Not at first. I lived on my own, deep in the mountains. I was wild, feral. Then Kor found me. He took me in and gave me a family again. If not for him, I don't know where I'd be right now. Now, if only I could make that damn chanter pay.
Yeah.
This is all I'll ever do.
him like a tree nut.
Now that it is all over, I feel like a fool for listening to the chanter. I might have to pay him a visit one of these nights, and even the score.
We'll meet you back at the sanctuary. But Hilda and I need to have a very long talk first.
Yeah!
I understand we have you to thank for Hildegard's safe return. Are you going to tell me what happened, or do I have to torture Kor until he sings? I hope you're right. But why do the Akatosh priests seem to be moving against us? First the sermonizers, now this. Are they trying to take advantage of our recent setbacks? Or is there something more going on here? At least Hildegard is safe now. A contract has come our way that includes an unusual request. The client wants to meet the assassin assigned to carry out the task before paying our exorbitant fee. It's rare, but not unheard of. And the Black Hand agreed to the request, so who am I to complain? I'd like you to deal with this one, Initiate. Go to Anvil Castle and meet with our client. I'm sure she's got a good reason for altering our protocol. Oh, didn't I mention? It's none other than the self-proclaimed provincial governor of Anvil, the pirate queen Fortunata Abdugal. I expect you to handle this like any other contract. Acquire your target, plan your attack, and make your kill. Go and see what the pirate queen has to say, Initiate. At the very least, it should be amusing to let her think she can order us around the way she does her Red Sail's lackeys. I look forward to hearing all about it after the deed is done. Knowing Fortunata, it could be anyone. She's made as many enemies as she has friends since taking control of the Gold Coast.